Leo unakwambia lipa school fees. See, I just paid school fees. That yeah, mimi nimetoa mtoto huko. Mimi nimepeleka mtoto huko kwingine. Like, but you didn't discuss to me. Others will take their children and take their children to the village. What happened with this 2MBILI situation? Now let me give you a very quick backstory. The last time we solved the situation, we sat down to solve it. We didn't solve it because tulifika katikati matusi zikaanza. And personally, I've been there before. So I told 2MBILI, yo, let's leave. 2MBILI started fumbling with his shoes there. His Subaru was going to be broken. But sorry for another day. I told 2MBILI, step out. Because if I left the house before him, I think I have that whole recording until that point, something would have happened. I'm like, yo, let's go, let's leave. So we left. But the story was, I said, you guys have been so physical with each other because I didn't want to take sides. It's in the recording. I'll even send it to you guys if you need to. And I said, what we do, I told the lady, you go to the police station, take a P3 against 2MBILI. Then you go to the police station, take P3 against her. Then you guys now go there and meet and discuss how you'll raise your kids, either with or without each other. Because together is toxic. You see? The lady said, I'm not going to no police station. Me, I'm going to the village with the children. Remember this time, I've just paid 2MBILI, and I told him, yo, when I normally pay 2MBILI, I'll tell him, bro, umelipa school fees. That's the first stop. Umelipa rent. Sawa. Umeweka food kwao. Sawa. Let's go Parambule. Twende tutafute do kwingine. 2MBILI had paid school fees full because I paid him. And then she said she's going to the village. We are like, why are you going to the village? What's in the village? Me, I just want to go to the village. The kids, we are like, listen, school fees have been paid. They've been schooling here, and nobody has even kicked you out of the house. I remember telling 2MBILI, you even get a bedsitter somewhere. Come, watembele kwa kama stranger. Because that's what I did initially. I left, then I was coming by to say hi. Those videos are in my kids' channel. You'd see me going and saying hi when I'm leaving. They start crying. All those videos are in the Obinna's channel. So when this happened, we left, went to the police station. Coming back, we don't find nobody. That's the time the kids disappeared for 4 months. We didn't see them for 4 months. We just being told, 2MBILI is being told, Tumado. So he sent for about 2 months or so, the blackmails and everything. Then at some point he was like, no, I'm not going to send. I have to see the children. That's the point now when he started saying, the Marana Pigio midnight, Kamuchko Tao, da. So all that happens because one person believes that you guys are no longer together and you're not going to work it and they cannot be able to do what they were doing. And this situation also happens to women. There are some men who also do the same thing. They also hold the children against their baby mamas. And this is what I normally prefer. Don't take your aggression through the children. Don't allow the children to see the fights and the arguments that you guys are having. But most people never have that. So you see, so it's been a lot of situations, and then you hear the baby mama saying, since I came to 2MBILI's life, I don't want them together. Why would I not want them together? When I'm dating 2MBILI, I want to date her. Have you seen the women I work with? Okay. That I didn't mean to be rude. I take that back. Sorry. My bad. So, this is the thing. She's pissed because I opened 2MBILI's eyes. Because when I came to 2MBILI's life, he was a different person. He's a different person now. And I told him, bro, I've been here. I've done these mistakes before. In life, in career, in family, in parenting. I'm like, bro, don't do this, don't do that. And when I came and I was like, no, let's stop this aggression and the abuse and the emotional abuse and the physical abuse. She's like, oh, so you're taking away my punching bag. So that is the point. That's the pain where it's coming from. It's like, oh, mekuju kamfungua macho. Because since I came to 2MBILI's life, what I know, I don't know what he knows. All I've wanted was to change it to the better. Because also myself, someone held my hand and changed my life. And when I finish 2MBILI, I always tell him, also you do something too. Even the other people that I try and support Chinyamaji, I always tell them, don't thank me, do it for somebody else that doesn't know or doesn't expect it. So that's the current situation. So try and sign the petition. Let's create awareness. Let us comfort our men. Be kind to the men. They are going through a lot, and the society expect them to be mwanaume. Mwanaume ali, mwanaume afai kupigwa, mwanaume inafaa provide. And there are no jobs. And we are abused with our employers and everything, and there's no way you can do. So just try and be kind to the men that you meet, from your brothers, to your husbands, to your boyfriends, to your cousins, to your parents. Just be kind, man. You don't know what that man is going through. Trust me. And most of them don't talk.
Obinna, umesema most of the men hawakuji pale social media, maybe kusema, maybe through you have the numbers, you have the attention. How you going to change men's mindsets that akipitia this thing, anaweza kuja pale kwa social media, ama anaweza sema asifeel anaweza kuwa attack that yeye ni mwanaume afai kulia. How you going to change men's mindsets?
You've not been following me, have you? Okay. So, been talking about it because most men who I know don't want to talk about it because of the positions they hold in the society. The men who come there to tukana each other are useless men. Someone who is jobless in some bed sitter somewhere, someone who is angered, someone who's going through an aggression. And the reason why they are useless is because they are not being useful in the situation that is happening. So then they feel, let me come and tukana this person to just feel good about myself. You know, other men have also been raised wrong. That's what they know. Mwanaume ni kutukanana, mwanaume ni kupigana, mwanaume ni kuongeleshana mbaya, mwanaume ni kuambia dem nini, you know. So that is the way they are raised. So what I've been trying to do in my social media all the time, go to my kids' page. On the YouTube page for my kids, I'm always trying to show other baby daddies how to relate with their children. I'm not perfect. I'm experimenting. It's my first time I'm doing this with these kids. I'm learning every day. People come and comment there a couple of things. I'm like, watch the other episodes, then you come and, you know. So I'm trying to teach other men how not to be deadbeat dads. Trust me, you'll be accused of everything. They'll say everything. But provided you know a relationship with your child, that is what matters. I come on social media and tell other guys, if you can talk about it, talk about it. But social media never helps most of the time. Sometimes it does because it holds the perpetrators to book. But most of the time, social media people come not to let kwa nini. The reason why people bring to social media is to get your attention. Sometimes not even to get your solution, because solution is not there. So that people can talk, watachekelewa, watafanya nini. But if we sign that petition and probably it's passed into law and those centers are created and everybody knows, hey, if you lay a hand on a man, unaweza futwa job. Right now we have so many women in top positions who beat up their men black and blue. Na mwanaume mkatoa amesema unajua mazia hakuna kinaweza fanyika, mazia kuna penye naenda. The same way if you go to court now and you're having a battle between who's going to stay with the baby, most of the time the woman is given. But you know what the judge and the magistrate and everybody in the court don't know? They don't know this woman like you know this woman. And they don't know this woman the way this child knows this woman. Some women, some children fear their mothers because they know, man. They've been there, they're like, man, they're told lazima uende na mom. So what starts with is me talking about it, you commenting positively about it, and if someone comments negatively about it, tell them, no, bro, that's not the way to go. This is the agenda. Listen to the message. Don't look at the vessel. Now, what people are doing wrong is they're looking at the vessel. Oh, Obinna, we unima clout. You can't do clout with children, bro. You can't do clout with violence. That's not clout. And what you're calling clout is showbiz. That's what I do for a living. When I do anything, I make you look, and when you look, I get paid. That's how it happens. You see. So what happens? Oh, when the cloud. If that happens and that continues happening, a lot of men, trust me, they see people are not having to come on social media, and they're like, hey, kama Obinna tukano, wacha mimi nisiongee, hey, wacha mimi ninyamaze. But if you start embracing them, everybody will start talking. Trust me, today I challenge everybody here. Talk to 5 men. Uliza to 5 men that you know in your close circle, bro. And everybody watching this, uliza to the 5 men, your friend, your cousin, bro. Hizo gender based violence unaonaje maboys mazee wakipigwa na madem, and then wait for the floodgates. Trust me, utasikia mazee kuna best yangu. There's a man who will never tell you it's them. Kuna best yangu mazee alikuwa anapigwa, kuna best yangu alikuwa anatukana, kuna best yangu. You see like tumila natemewa mate. Do you know the minute someone starts spitting on you, do you know how like hey man. Yeah, like it's so disrespectful to a certain. You're like, then why are we together? Why is this even happening? So, bro, it starts with that. I talk about it, you support it, you comment positively. Another man talks shit, tell him, bro, call them out. No, this is not the way to go about it. We're talking about this change. This is what we want to do. We want a better society. And then that man will be ashamed. Another man who was going to talk shit will say, hey, we are meokoto, wacha mimi nisionge. Then you'll see positive change. But the minute I post, then 20 men are there to kanang me. And then 20 others are supporting them. That is 40 men. And then 20 others, 60 men. What do the women do? None of our business. Not my monkey, not my circus. Wacha si tungoje dem. Do you remember that woman who was aggressively harassed kwa barabara kwa gari? Yeah. Do you remember what happened? Everybody, the men, the women, we were unified. Everybody came and said, yo, what? But what happened? They were just trying to tear her clothes. Right? This is a man who's been beaten black and blue. You can see the blood. Amegongwa na ile kifuniko ya gas. The guy is bleeding. And it's not the first time you see a video of the blood on the floor and everything. But what do people do? Not my monkey, not my circus. Ni mwanaume. Wacha mwanaume ajikaze. And it's not the first time. The guy's been burnt with hot water. The guy amedungwa na kisu. The guy amegongolewa na meza. Bro, are you waiting for him to die? Then say, haki woye. Haki wanadamu wengine ni wabaya. You're not helping. So if you don't have anything positive to say when guys are talking about things to change the society for the better, for the next generation, shut up. Like personally where I am now, no woman can abuse me. I will walk away. or I'll sue you, or I'll take you to court or anything because I have the capacity to. But what of that man who cannot? That is the person I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for my son. My son is 12 now, and I always tell him all the time, never ever lay a hand on a woman. And I tell the sisters as well. So that means even the parent who's watching now, as you raise your daughters, tell them, listen, never lay a hand on a man. And for the people raising boys, tell them, never lay a hand on a woman. You start them from that tender age. My kids know clearly. They've seen everything, they've been there, they've experienced it, and they know what not to do. So we continue doing it. The people who are in primary, nursery, and also high school, when they become adults, they know what not to do. But tunaendelea kutukanana hapa, what do you think they're seeing? Pia wanaendelea kutukanana. Bro, have I answered you?
Yeah. So, speaking of clout chasing.
So, for a reason, I've heard you talk about GBV. For a reason, do you think that in the process of the society trying to empower the girl child, they have overpowered her, and now for a reason, mkiwa na shida we na dem, you get victimized?
I wouldn't say it's overpower because I like the empowerment they've given the women. I would say it's neglect. You know, most of the time they always say, for this reaction, there's an equal. So when we focus on this side, on the girl child, we forget the boy child. So they're like, oh, girls can say no to this. But also boys can say no. Like most boys that I know, the first sexual encounter they had was with their house help. Most boys, they're like, hey, mazemimi auntie. Most. The first sexual encounter. And that is sexual abuse. They were molested. But because it's a boy, hey, maze, hey, ulikuwa mnoma ukiwa mtoi. But if it happens to a girl, the guy is in committee. So it is all about what they're focused on. Everybody's focused on girl child. They forget what makes the girl child is the boy child. And what makes the boy child is the girl child. We need each other. We're talking about equality. If we're equal, then let's treat each other equal.
And of course, you've talked about the society teaching the man kwamba hafai kulia, hafai to speak out, maybe if anything may happen. Do you think it's something that should be introduced in schools as early as now to see the change coming?
Yes, it should. It's called freedom of expression.
And as we conclude, Obinna,
and Obinna, if I'm not wrong, when the last left, I recommend maybe you and 2MBILI. So, is there any celebrity you'd recommend a work na wewe pamoja on the show?
The celebrity I would recommend?
Or any person?
Kamene Goro.
See, Kamene is living, so
I would recommend her again.
Obinna.
okay, as we conclude,
whoever will be
Kamene.
brought, either
Kamene.
Chito,
Obinna.
or Chito, or Kwambox, or Seed, any other person. I'm easy. I'm fluid.
After a man breaks up with his baby mama, because now, Nikama Koti is always ruling in the favor of the woman. Who do you think should be making the rules? How boundaries zitakuwa between this man and the baby mama? Because that's where the problem comes in mostly, sindio?
The bodies that I'm really trying to petition so that we create. Let's create the safe heavens. That is why I was saying I'm putting together a team of men. So we come together, get lawyers who are going to help us pro bono. When a man is being abused or you're unanyang'anywa mtoto, unaongea na sisi, the lawyers represent you for free. They go and say, no. Allow this man to also be in the life of the child. Allow this man to provide. Because without that, normally you go there, you find a female magistrate, a female judge. Bro, it's done. But most of the time, not all the time, most of the time they'll go there. And if you want it to go your way, bro, you have to pay. Ulazimu huangane hapa na kule nini na nini. So it starts with that one, the safe spaces, and then now people are spoken to. And then when that happens and the government supports it, people will be like, no, let's just be fair. Let's be fair, and then now we can supervise. Because there's some women who should not raise children. And there are some men who also should not raise children. Yeah. But sometimes you go to court because you are the man, and because you didn't have a good defense, ama una do, na ule ameenda akaproteka ambewa, no, hawa naume lazima. You know now, the problem I'm having is this. Why do you women think we are fighting with you? Why does it look like we're fighting against each other? Wanaume lazima tuwafundishe mazi. Mwanaume asikwambienge hivyo. Mwanaume. Na maboys pia walikuwa wanaambiananga zile, dem asai kuambia mazi. Dem asai. Why is it dem asai kuambia? Why mwanaume asai kuambie? We're supposed to be alikuwa anasema, no, why didn't you listen? No, calm down. Listen, hear them out. Mimi alemba mazi nilimpiga. Hivyo ndo venye nafaa. Really? So, starts with that one. The government comes in. You guys sign the petition, the government, so that they can raise an eye. Because I've spoken about it, and the guys are just ignoring it. There's nothing. You sign the petition, people pay attention, the safe houses are brought, the counselors, the lawyers start looking at it, and then maybe boy child will come back to the place they were, where now at least a man can be. And right now, a man, that's why even most of us are just deciding to turn into women.
Mm-hmm. Okay, with all that have been said, Obinna, of course Kamene has left. I would like to know, what is that one word that you'd like to tell her on her new journey?
I love you.
that simple.
Yeah, I love you. And that means, I love you is very broad. It means I love and support everything that you do, the person that you are, and where you're going. I'm going to be right there. She's not like she's living in Nairobi. She's just here. But now the radio experience, the breakfast experience is going to be different. That is the issue.
Okay, thank you so much, Obinna. We really appreciate you next time.
Okay, we finished.
Hiyo petition
Done?
tunaisupport aje.
Sign at the... Just go to Oga Obinna on Instagram. Swipe up.
Kutoka hadi uwezi kuja kupeana.